I'll be honest, guys, nothing gets under my skin more. Nothing truly makes me angry more than when people dismiss the desire to see progress in this country, the desire to see change and growth for communities that may not have gotten that all of this time. Nothing makes me more upset than when I hear people dismiss all of those desires as woke stuff. Like, honestly, it truly makes my blood boil, you know? I can't stand hearing people say things like, there's both sides to the DEI argument, or the woke stuff got way, way too much. Because people who say that, honestly, don't even know what the fuck they are talking about. Most of the people who say stuff like that can't even define what being woke is. And it's clear no matter how many times people have actually tried to give them the proper explanation of what that meant, they didn't care. You see, what happened with that word woke in particular was that was vernacular that was used in the Black community. It was a way for us to explain to each other what it meant to be aware of the social justice issues of America, the systemic oppression of America, and the role that all of those things play into how we live our life as Black people here in America. But see, like many, many other things that we start and it ultimately gets colonized or co-opted, a lot of YT people heard woke and y'all thought it was cool. Y'all said, oh, I want to be woke too, because you just wanted to get in with what you thought was some trend. But then as the years went by, you learned that being woke is something that requires a lot of personal accountability. And a lot of that accountability, in fact, almost, I would say 100% of that accountability falls at the footsteps of white America. So after a few years of never understanding what being woke meant, but being involved in a trend, it made you feel uncomfortable. You didn't know why it made you feel uncomfortable, but it did. And now you're in this place where you're trying to erase your involvement with it altogether. But by doing so, you are dismissing and you are disrespecting the people who social justice issues truly affect. You just want to go back to when things weren't so tense in the country. Well, I'm sorry, you can't go back once this can of worms has been opened. Once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. And that's what a lot of you are trying to do now. You're trying to unsee the truths of this country that you have been forced to look at over the last 5 to 10 years. That's how the Cheeto got into office, off the back of a lot of ignorant people in this country. That's why we are in the BS that we are in right now, because people want to sit here and talk about woke stuff being way too much.